kind of wonder how Sparrow can fly after he's in the water. Just look, he's gliding. You would think his wings would be a little bit wet. Like too wet to fly. Kind of like birds, but whatever. What's up, guys? My name is Panzanite, and welcome back to more Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. In the last episode, we had ended off learning how to swim underwater, and I'm failing to swim. And we had explored a little bit more. We explored a little bit of Summer Forest, and we also completed our second world, the Colossus area. Today, we're kind of exploring more of Summer Forest after we got the ability to swim in these underwater areas. There we go. It's kind of hard to control underwater. It kind of uses reverse controls. So in other words, if you tilt up while you're swimming, you'll go down. If you go down, you go up. Let's see, I'll go over here and just catch the wind up. What we're going to do right now, we're going to go to a new area, but first, I'm going to head back this way and going over to this little pond area where I mentioned, I believe last episode, or sometime ago. And now we can kind of swim around in here. And pretty much everything that's underwater, container-wise, is vases. There's not going to be a lot of baskets because, well, it wouldn't really work that well. I can see these fish underwater, but they don't really do anything for you. But as you can see, we are now in a little secret area. And you may have also seen that orb bouncing around, or at least seen something shiny back whenever we were over there where we did things with Hunter. This is actually a couple of orbs. Maybe there's one in each area that is just out there, kind of on its own. You don't need to complete any quests to do it. All you need to do is just kind of go to an out of the way area. But even though we didn't explore much of Summer Forest, let's head into the next area, the Idle Springs. He's alive! He's alive! Anyways, let's make something that would be great for me and not kill me. So we start this guy?
The idols we were carving have come to life. They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food.
That's unfortunate. I love how I've gone 2 areas now without mentioning this. And I've done it already though. If you flame the flags, they'll go away. But you can't charge and break down the flag posts. Which is kind of an interesting little detail. I kind of like it. Because you kind of decide to... Oops. Whoa, I was not paying attention. You actually... we can burn down the flag. But I think it's an interesting kind of little thing that they added. Like, I say I like it a lot, but I really do enjoy kind of the smaller things in games that kind of make it a little bit better and kind of give it a little more charm. And you see there's more fish around here. More jump in the water. And also, before I go much farther, in terms of commentary, I guess, if you want to 100% the Idle Springs at this point in time, you need the ability to swim underwater. So I would recommend not going into here until after you've done so, which is kind of why I also did Colossus first. And you see we have a little box of sorts. And this guy.
I've been locked in here with all our tools, and the giant idol heads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us. The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
Solve 3 giant idle puzzles. The first puzzle is to turn all blocks yellow, and you can ask for Bud for help. The difficulty is 3 stars because it kind of expands through multiple different puzzles. So as you can see, the way the puzzle is lined up is the way, well, I guess the way this puzzle works more so I should say, is once you hit 1 block, it changes color as well as the adjacent blocks next to it. So I'm going to finish at the corners. And it shall be yellow. There we go.
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I mean, I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
That one's fairly easy, and you can kind of see it was green, and it's also kind of connected. Interestingly enough, the energy comes through in between them. I didn't really know that before. Does it hurt me actually? No, it doesn't. It's cool though. Kind of shows energy flowing through. So let's go back down through here. And there we go. And we'll come up. I think it's right here. I can come up. Yep. Oops. And we come over here. We see Foreign Bud again.
This idol says he's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
This is a little bit harder than the last one, honestly. Flame fish to feed the idol. The idol is very picky. When it says flame fish, it means just use fire breath to hit the fish into. And you see right here, it kind of goes in there. Don't shoot the red fish in there. They will cause him to spit out. Oops. I guess I can show it. It spits out 3 fish from his mouth, including the red fish. So be careful. There's been times I've been too quick on the trigger and I've hit the red fish and extended it much longer than I should have. We kind of be patient and wait for the gold and the blue fish to come by. I don't think the sizes really affect much instead of like kind of where you need to hit it. The bigger fish probably won't be able to hit the end part because I believe you can still hit the fish and it not go into the mouth. Oh, hello. Because it hits the edge. Maybe not, because that was a really long wait on that one blue one. But interestingly, he's not picky about the size of the fish. He just wants 10 fish. Oops. That's me going trigger happy again. There's times I've actually done that 2 times in a row like that. And I've made him spit out 6 fish at once, and I felt terrible. I felt so mad at myself for doing it. Come on, one more. There we go. Now it's done.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle to go. I'll meet you over by the colored stones for your final challenge.
We have not seen the colored stones yet. It is something that is much farther ahead into the area. So for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to continue on with the area. I just kind of want to get that those set of missions started, just so I can just complete it and not have to backtrack somewhere. Also, no backtracking. Before I forget to mention this, I will any places I need to go backtracking to, like Glimmer, I am going to wait to do all the backtracking I need to do whenever I get all the power-ups, which pretty much will be much later to the end of the game.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the square button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
And we kind of saw a couple of those enemies a little bit ago in this back area that anything with metal, you can't flame. Because metal, you pretty much can't burn metal up, I guess. Also, if you kind of like graze, I'll try to do it again. If that one I did a second ago, that kept charging on, usually if you hit him once, you kind of get you have a little bit of recoil, in the sense that you stop and back up, kind of like if I hit a wall, I back up a little bit, I kind of slide back a little bit. The same thing can happen with those kind of enemies. However, if you hit it just right, like I did, like either in the air, I guess, or just kind of grazing the enemy off, you won't get recoil and you keep charging. Also, I'm not mentioning a lot of stuff because I'm trying to explain everything. The way you're progressing, I guess is the best way to show it off, is when you kill the enemies that are targeting these builder people, they will go over and break open that lock. Because the idols were terrorizing them, so they couldn't really focus on tearing down the locks.
To aim the camera left or right, press the L2 or R2 button.
Alternatively, you can use the R1 and L1 button. If you hit both, if you hit both, either the L buttons or the R buttons together, they will cause the camera to center on spiral. There we go. Got a thing. And here we are. Here are the color stones that we needed.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
Jump on the stones in the correct order. It's only 3 stars, and the blue one's already down for you. You pretty much have to press the right buttons in order to complete it. And I believe this. I don't know if it is true, but it might be. No, never mind.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve.
Yes, I will. I know. I want to say there's like a connection between each one going through. It's like there's a star inside there, so there's a star inside there, so you go for that one because there's nowhere the squares. I'm saying now because it's kind of a hex octagon. It's the other octagon one. And because that one's orange, let's click this one because it's orange. And because that one's a moon, let's click this one because it's a moon. And both because it's the only one left, and because it's also in a triangle, we'll click this one. So there is a definite pattern to this. You just have to use the last one to...
Nice job, Spyro.
That's when you hit to go through it.
You're pretty smart for a dragon. All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
Wow, that was really rude. You're pretty smart for a dragon, so I guess apparently dragons are dumb or something? I don't know. That's really rude, like, to a dragon's face. But anyway, we got an ore for our troubles. And we got I got a batch. Oh, great. I mean, I realized that the chest, the toolbox there, was supposed to be the orb, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying they had to backtrack just for. Oh, I saw that vase. I'm gonna leave it because I'm gonna come back here again anyway. I wasn't really planning on coming back here for a little bit. So that takes care of one orb in this area. I believe there are 2 more. So let's see. Go back this way. Oh, there's rooms over here. Oops. Go up these stairs. And we're at the end, more or less. So I'm gonna go through over here because there's some other gems over here that you probably wouldn't be able to see otherwise. That's because they're kind of out of the way. And if you follow this river down, I believe it also no, never mind. I thought it pushes you down a little bit because you're going downstream, and if you keep going this way, you'll hit a waterfall that leads you back to the first part of the area where you first came in. And you will jump off, and there's no way for you to get back up the quick way. So, ooh. Bots. Oh man. So the guy over there next to the flag, he's the guy you need to talk to end the level. / get the talisman / open the gate. But I'm actually gonna go over here. And this is where our yeah, I'll actually stay over here. I could go down that way, but I'm gonna save that for a moment to do this mission, or mission quest area. As you can see, there's a pyramid with a wheel on it. I'm going to explain it in a moment because if you come over here, you'll see that Hula Girl is locked up.
Fabulous to see you, Spyro. Now that the supercharged power-up is active, you can charge through the pedestals and send the dancing Hula Girls over here to help me.
So yes, this Hula Girl is trapped by the Tiki, and you have to use a supercharged power-up to charge through the pedestals, like all of them at once, and do it all in one run. And I agree that it's very difficult because actually it's fairly difficult because you go really, really fast and it's really hard to control. But if you just stay along this brick path right here, you should be fine. But I won't promise to take this one shot. Because 5. Dang it. You see, if you mess up even once, the Hula Girls will be put back onto the pedestals for you to start over. I messed up really bad, jeez. Whenever you mess up, I pretty much recommend waiting until the number drops down to 0 instead of trying to go after. Oh, come on. Instead of going after the like backtracking to get into the Hula Girl, because by the time you get there, you probably have to start over anyway. Okay. Oh, did I get it? Yes, I got it. Also, I would not recommend going around the other direction, even though you probably could, but I would not recommend it because it's easier to go down than to jump up. Bowser kind of dancing, kind of that Grand Cloud. And lightning strikes and kills it.
Look at that. The Hula Girl's rain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
And with that, we get our second orb of this area, and I believe it's the final orb. Now, whenever you, something else you haven't mentioned it because it hasn't really been brought up at all. Whenever you complete, either you complete you get all the orbs in the area, or you get all the gems in the area. There's not gonna be any sort of fanfare like you would for completing the area entirely. However, you get the header kind of comes down and shows you what you completed, and it lets you know that, hey, you finished collecting either all the orbs or all the gems. It's really nice. Just kind of let you know you don't have to look back and double check and see what you need. Back. Yes. Okay. Now I feel like people are gonna ask this, but the first Power game, I don't believe I actually played that game. When I look at it, I vaguely remember certain aspects of it, and it feels familiar, but at the same time, I don't remember ever playing the game. There are other Spyro games later, and the Spyro game after this, I remember playing some of it, but I don't remember how to actually play. But anyway, if we flame this, I can't believe I didn't mention this whenever we're Colossus, but if you flame a rocket, it'll light up and it'll shoot off into the distance to wherever that kind of metal container is. And the thing with that is, those containers are unable to be broken by anything except for two things. Or, well, maybe more than two. From what I can remember, yeah, that's nice. From what I can remember, if you supercharge power up, you can break those containers open, because you're going fast enough and you're charging hard enough to be able to break it open with enough force. However, if you try to flame it or charge it regularly, you won't be able to open it. The rocket, however, can also break it. However, there's only select areas, and you can't use it for every single container, and it's always to a specific container. But usually there's only, I don't really know how many rockets there are. Maybe only one per area, maybe two. But anyways, in this area off.
You're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. For the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
And with that, we have another talisman. This one's actually green instead of the past two yellow ones. And with that, we complete Idle Springs entirely. The interesting is that we think about it, he says he'll offer you a permanent job. However, I don't see how he could. That's why we can actually help. He can't really like stand up or anything on hind legs, I guess. But anyways, I just kind of like this ending one. It's kind of cute in a way. Oh, see, he's kind of just joining the campfire. And with that, we got 400 more gems. It's not bad at all. And with that, we completed Idle Springs. And I believe we completed, aside from Glimmer, every part of this part of Summer Forest. And also, as you can tell, I don't know if he was here last time either, but I think once you get the underwater power up and go into another area and come back, Moneybags is gone. He's gone somewhere else because he's not needed here anymore. I say that really, and it sounds really bad, but in the sense that he's not really needed in that particular part anymore. However, if you go into the water and you come up, you actually can go through into the castle. I have no idea if there is a bridge that was broken that connects here, or if there's even any kind of bridge at all. However, that seems like the only way you can really get into the castle, which is really weird. And it's just like water, like people like Hunt or characters like Hunter, who's known for who is a cat who's known for not liking water, I guess. They can go into it at all, it seems like. But anyway, even though this big red button here, I really want to push it. However, I'm going to end the episode off here. We've gone through Idle Springs, completely finished that area off. And we have entered into the castle. On the next episode, we'll be heading deeper into the castle and seeing what lies beyond that big door. So until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you guys then.